Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So, what do we have here? All right. We're all set up, good to go. Welcome in, everyone. We are saying hello to all the lovely people here. Um, let's start. Let's start. Let's get started. Happy Friday. Happy Monday night. Monday night, y'all. All right. Welcome in, Spooky So Kooky. What's up, Spooky? Welcome in, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Elemental Divinity. Welcome in. Welcome to you. Hmm. Just a moment, please. Checking something out. Right. um, Crystal Blue Persuasion. What's up, Crystal Blue? Carol. Welcome, Carol. And Sleuty Goosey. What's up, Sleuty? There goes West. And Jody. What's up, Jody? Samantha. What's up, Samantha Springman? Hey, Adrian. Thanks for coming. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Hit that thumbs up. What's up, Bonnie? Bonnie in the house. Don McKenzie. What's up, Don? Bobby Smith. What's up, Bobby? Back at it. What's up, George? Mr. Boldy, welcome. Good to see you. Rico Suave, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. Welcome in, Sharon. And Brenda Mace. What's up? You guys remember the what's the movie with the Saturday Night Live alum? Mace. Mace. Welcome in, everyone. All right. Elena Davidson. Hello, this whole case is just crazy. And then today, that found him guilty. I just hope he gets a retrial. And if he did get a new judge, hopefully he'll be alive. Chantal, welcome. All right. All right, Brittany. What's up, Brittany? Check my page for evidence that Doug Carter is corrupt and that evidence is connected to the Sons of Silence. Well, it's looking like it today, isn't it? Untamable. Well, I finally managed to get myself kicked out of the Facebook group Delphi Murders Uncensored just now. So much for uncensored. Facebook is the cesspool of Delphi content or Delphi community. I tell you what, you want to go to the cesspool in the garbage pail? Go over to Facebook. Welcome, Goddess. Hey, Goddess. All right, all you guys. Thanks for saying hello to each other. I guess you can't post any truth about all the deaths surrounding this case. What's up, Mr. Kramer? Good to see you. All right, M. Low back in the house. What's up, M. Low? All right. Who else we got in here? People are coming in. If you're there you go. If you're in the lurker crew, please join the chat. Join the chat. This is for you tonight. The show is for you. Chartreuse Cat, welcome in, Chartreuse. God bless. Welcome in. All right. What up, V2? Welcome in, V. What up, Matt? Matt, can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. All right, Miss Johns now. Welcome in. It's a new day. I love you all, but truth is, I feel totally sick and defeated right now. I don't think I can hang tonight. Might listen. But yeah, please listen. What's up, Mar R? Mar R. Sunflower Soul. Long time no see. Not really. Welcome, Sunflower Soul. Artist formerly known. Welcome in. Um. Guys, thanks for coming in. Hey, Sasquatchman. I always want to call you Sasquatchman. Squatchman. Still in shock, speechless. Yeah, me too. This wasn't justice. We'll get into that. What's up, Jeff? Yeah, we'll get into that. Hey, what's up, Papa Bear? Horrible verdict. Tragic. No actual justice for anyone. Richard Allen, Abby, Libby. I'm concerned he won't make it in prison until time for appeals. I think that's their goal. Greetings, Prof. Adrian, and all you truthers in chat. Sad day for America. Good look at the state we're in. What's up, Kay? What's up? Hey, Susie Q Unleashed. All right. Sons of Silence is a biker gang. They're in alliance with the Hells Angels. Iowa and Indiana are the territory of the Sons. Well, you realize all the family is Hells Angels, and all of the troll farm is Hells Angels. Basically, all the Hells Angels are the fucking terrorists around this case. Jeff Maddock, what's up? Again, unfortunately, I think Richard will get. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to go into all that. What's up, Sleuthy? Yes, Susie. A lot of folks who sat through the whole trial were quite disturbed. The bar of reasonable doubt has been significantly lowered today, all the way down to mere accusations and emotions. What's up, Nobody Nothing? Welcome in. And Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Welcome in. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Adrian. It's fine to cry. It's fine to be angry. And like Prof, be confused more than anything. Blindsided. Blindsided. Okay. We will take you over at Delphi, Dark Secrets, Bridge of Lies, Dark World, Criminal, Dark Web, Criminal Underworld, Conspiracy. What's up, Stacy Lynn Blue? All right, Stacy, thanks for the super chat. You say, let's see what Stacy says. Hi, everyone. I've been feeling so sad. If they have an appeal, will they get a change in venue judge for the new trial? Interesting question that I don't know the answer to, but hopefully someone here will. We got some amazing minds in here. Hello, all, says Kim Young. Hello, Kim. It's a day that will go down in infamy. Amazing way to put it. America's corrupt justice system has been exposed to the world, on the world stage. Yes, good point there, Kim. Carol. What's up, Carol? All right, you guys are coming into the chat. Thank you, Digital. What's up, Digital? Long time no see. For a second, I believed when you said it was Friday. Right. Donald Kuntz. What's up, Don Kuntz? Hello, Dark Arts and Sleuthy. Newport Mania. No, Newport Marina. First chat. Found your channel a couple weeks ago. Sad, sad day. Heavy hearts. Yep. We get it. Okay, we get it. Let's see. I'm just taken aback by all this. Knowing the possibilities of the killers lurking. Now knowing they got away. I'll tell you, it's a hit, isn't it? I mean, they will do all of this in the light of day. Imagine what they'll do in the dark of night. Susie Q Unleashed says, my first time to see your channel was last night. Well, welcome, and please join the chat. I love everyone joining the chat. This channel is for you to discuss, and that's why we're here tonight. Okay. If justice doesn't come in this life for the liars, it certainly will come in the next. On their deathbed, they will enter the gates of hell, and there will be no escape. There will be an infinite experience of hell for those who would do such things. I said I wouldn't be shocked. I was wrong. I can't believe that they got 12 people. That's 100%. Just amazing. Just imagine 100% of the people of any group being compelled beyond a reasonable doubt. I tell you, it's something. It is really something here. What's up, Brandola girl? Hey, Prof and Adrian. Nice pug there. Is that a little puggy? Or is that a Frenchie? I can't see. It's too small. Mostly confused and disgusted. Yeah, that's basically my feeling. Okay. Oh, you don't say. You don't say. I think it's pretty obvious the jury was tampered with. And not only were they tampered with, but just justice was obstructed because facts were hidden from the jury. And I don't know how legal that is. Kentucky is Son's territory too. That ritual double murder was probably related. You mean Stevenson's? Very interesting. Very interesting. My thoughts are they kept the corruption going through a guilty verdict and expect him to not make it for appeals or a retrial. The corruption of Carroll County needs exposed at all levels. And I'm glad you're saying that, Matt. I really am because, yeah, that's the thing. Let me take a pause here from greeting everyone and say that, see, the thing that they have been hoping for years with this agenda is that it makes everything go away. But I ask you, will making everything go away be justice for Abby and Libby? I don't think it would be justice. And so this is not going away. And I think they underestimated the tenacity of the average viewer here. Um, this isn't going to go away so easily. And I'm not going to go away. And I know most of you are not going to go away. I'm disgusted that these corrupt, known, and proven liars once again get away with their BS. Yes. I mean, they lied on the stand. Okay. Remember, they lied on the PCA. They lied for years on YouTube and other television stations. They lied on the stand in the court of law. And now they have, they obviously lied to the jury on a number of levels or in a number of ways. The prof, just because Richard was found guilty doesn't mean the others or anyone is wrong. There's more to it. Everyone has great theories. Okay. Well, you should be scared what they could do to us because look at what they've done to so many. Okay. There's no way 12 people with a working brain didn't have serious questions. Allen will be held in county until December 20th for sentencing. Now is the time for anyone to come forward to the defense. And I mean everyone. Come forward. Say what you know. It's still an open case. Yeah. All right. So what else we got in here? Your husband doesn't understand. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe you'll feel better after tonight. That's my goal here, and maybe we'll all feel better after tonight after we talk to each other. Um, so let's talk to each other. But yeah, I agree. This is not we the people. This seems to be a manipulated jury who has come to a decision without a full presentation of the truth. And boy, you really gotta wonder what's going down. What my question is, what could be so big that they would do this, that this would be necessary to protect whatever it is? Can't help but feel they wanted him convicted when they were picked and bided their time to make it look like they were given time to deliberate. You know what? Someone else said that to me today. Someone who's in this very chat. It's almost as if they were role playing, giving sympathetic looks to Kathy Allen, uh, pretending to ask pertinent questions, and then um, taking hours and hours to deliberate, and then coming away with 100% of the jury box feeling that they could be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt with a minimum of evidence that he's guilty of this crime. It's absolutely an injustice, I believe. And it's a shame because they want this to make Delphi go away? They actually think that this will make Delphi go away? Well, I think they got another thing coming. Struggling with this decision. The instructions are reasonable. Doubt were so specific. I just can't understand how all 12 found him guilty. So confused. Thank you, Ample Spark. Yes, it's inconceivable. It really is inconceivable. Okay, they've been doing this shit for years. Well, for hundreds of years. Yeah, this is nothing new. This is old. It's as old as Western civilization. Honestly, I truly thought this they was finally going to be going to their end, but no corruption. When well, temporarily, okay, because understand this is a speed bump. They have now proven that they are willing to send a man to his death with zero evidence to cover up their own asses, and the family's okay with it. And don't worry, we'll be getting into the troll farm as well, because boy, wait until I tell you what they've been doing as part of their victory lap. Okay. All right. So there's no way this was done honestly. That's what I'm saying. And they've drawn the eyes of the world to themselves. So there's going to be a lot of scrutiny. And look, ladies and gentlemen, there will be so many thousands of people coming into our channels. Hey, bad news for you gaslighting ass trolls. Remember, it was only 2 weeks ago that I was hitting on 2,000 subs. I'm now at 3.75 thousand on this channel, 2,000 on the other channel. Thousands of people are flooding in to this channel alone. When they go back and they look at all the work we've done, and remember, I've done work, you've done work in the chat. All of you in the chat have contributed immensely. I leave those live chats up. So they're going to go into my presentations. They're going to watch the 3-hour live streams. They're going to see the 2,000 chat messages with all of you contributing. They're going to read the chat, and they're going to start waking up. And all of these newcomers, they're going to put their skeptical eyes on this case, and it's going to be over. I mean, they've only proven the lengths that they're willing to go to make this case disappear. But it's really naive for them to think that they'll be able to make this case disappear, because you can't make this disappear. You've already opened up a can of worms. It's not going away. And boy, tell you what, it's something else. Yeah, I said earlier in Rick Snae's chat, and I suggest all of you go and subscribe to Delphi After Dark, Rick Snae. I said in his chat tonight that they're probably drinking in blood in Delphi tonight. And I mean that. I bet you that some of these occultist fanboys are probably gathered in a little circle in the woods tonight, all partaking in some blood drinking to celebrate the sacrifice of Richard Allen, just like they celebrate the sacrifice of Abby and Libby. And that's what you're dealing with, psychos. With the presence of absolute conjecture and suspicion in the place of transparency and justice, needs the eye of the Most High office. Will this cross Trump's desk of opportunity and scope? I'm sure it will, because I've already asked all of you, and I am most sincere in asking this. Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen, sit your ass at a computer on multiple occasions if you have to, and pen the greatest letter you've ever penned in your life. Okay, the greatest letter you've ever penned in your life. Make it impeccable. Then start sending it out to everyone who matters. You understand that? You get those letters to your senators, to your representatives, to the state police, to the FBI, to the Department of Justice, and to the President of the United States, and to Mr. Trump's inbox, and to everyone you can possibly imagine. Like I said, all you have to do is pen one letter and make it perfect, and you just send that out to everyone who you think matters. Then go ahead and post it on your social media. Go ahead and make a YouTube channel, or make a Twitter, make a Delphi centric Facebook page, and make some new Facebook groups. Fuck these old Facebook groups. Let's make new Facebook groups where we are in charge and we're in control of what we're able to say. And we do that. And we turn a new leaf. I still think Baldwin and Rossi made an incredible effort against totally rigged odds, a genuine expression of care for truth, and I can't imagine how they're feeling. Yes, I do think that they tried their hardest, and remember that I reminded you so many times in the past streams that this defense team and this defendant has had more help than possibly any case that's ever existed in the criminal justice system. The Most High is the Almighty God, and that's the eye that matters, not corrupted man, not Trump. I fear he won't make it to appeals. But what I'm saying is that repeatedly, I've said that this gentleman had more assistance, and these attorneys have had more assistance from this community of good people than you could ever have imagined. Not only do they have all the discovery, they have had assistance from several of us, so many of us here in this community. And I'm telling you, they could not have had more. Okay. So right here, what we're looking at, remember, everything is God's hand at work. And maybe this is something that the world needed to see. You understand? And maybe this is something that law enforcement needed to see. And now they have committed their crimes. They have rubber stamped the absolute framing, charging, and convicting of someone with no evidence. And you have to ask yourself, who would do such a thing? And let me say something else. Why would there be a contingent of people operating on social media to terrorize this community for years now into silence, using death threats, intimidation, doxing, etc.? So we'll be getting into that a little later in the show. Bingo on the predestined result, in my opinion. Well, remember how I said that awakening is like a birth process. It's ugly. It's difficult. Maybe that's what we're going through. Okay. Hand-selected jury, corrupt jury, just like everything about this has been so far. They needed a patsy and people to convict him, make it all go away. That's what I'm saying. What could be so big? What could be so big that it would be worth all of this effort? What are they protecting? Cartel that covers the middle of Indiana, serving up numerous substances in adult style, pay for play. Makes $4 million look like chump change. Yeah. And remember, Kathy Shank, who is demanding the reward money. Me too, Newport Marina. I figured about 2 would probably be leaning guilty. So it is what it is. And guess what? Those jurors are home, and they will start turning on these YouTubes, and they'll tune into those Twitters, and they're going to start discovering things they had no idea about, like The Vinlanders, like those people who place themselves there doing crimes, spitting on the girls, confessing to their relatives, arguing about what is it? Moving on from animal sacrifice to human sacrifice. All of these issues, trust me, they're about to be learning. They're going to get a red pill. You want to talk about a rude awakening? The jurors are about to be getting a rude awakening. This is not the day for justice. The killers are still out there, and Ellie knows who the killers are. And the good old boys won again. No, it's temporary, though. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hey, Threads and Roses. So glad I made the live. We're so glad to have you. We just love the new viewers coming in. So if you're new here, please join the chat and introduce yourself. We love people. We love seeing you here conversing because this is for you. All right. Squatchman, I believe it took so long because there were holdouts that needed pushed to jury to guilty. Well, Prof, the Patties and Germans are done with the trolls. Well, we'll be talking about those trolls for the next 2 months. I guarantee you, I'm going on a mission to teach you all about the trolls in depth. You will know more about the trolls than you know about your own children pretty soon. Gag order has to remain in place because the defense is required to file for a new trial by law. Of course, she will deny it. Had no idea they could be so blatant. They don't even care about propriety. Prof, do you believe Rick did indeed see 3 girls, but it's not who Ellie interviewed? Yes. Yes. I believe he saw the classmates or possibly some of the relatives, but I don't believe he saw the 3 that they are alleging. And clearly they did not see him. They described a tall guy who was huge, like the size of a 5'10", 5'11" guy who was very muscular, looked like you could rip your arm off with a square jaw, etc., etc. Dressed in all black, and that was not Rick. So, I mean, let's be real here. And guess what? The jury is about to be learning that. Normally, the jury is told that they're free to speak to anyone once they leave the courtroom. I'd like to know if she told them that. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think she can hold the jury to a gag order, right? The gag order is for the family, the blah, 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 the blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's for the, and it's for the attorneys. I don't think you can compel a jury. I may be wrong. We need an attorney in here. But I don't think you can make a jury not talk. Congrats on your milestones, Prof. You earned them. Well, thank you. That's what I'm saying. They don't realize that all they've done is increase tenfold the interest in this case. So they're fucked. Hey, Adrian, these chats are amazing. The people are amazing. Mark Ellis, thank you for the super chat. Mark Ellis, thank you. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the support. That's encouraging. And hey, it's going to lift our spirits. Wow. Thank you. We must pinpoint deception. You've got a great start last night. Brilliant stream. Thank you. And like I said, going back the past month or two, I've got a lot of brilliant streams. And I'm telling you right now, as these people start to go and look at that content, eyes are going to be opened. Share with the world the truth about Delphi, part 1. Start right there. Symbolism at the crime scene. Start right there. Anyway, the world is watching. Last night's live with Silky was amazing. Good discussion, good information. Yes. Maybe they'll watch that one. We've done hundreds of lives on this channel. Each are just almost the same as the other. They're all good. And all it takes is these jurors to click on one of those lives, one of them. And people are going to be waking up, but we've all got to do more. We've all got to do more. Thank you, Prof, for all your hard work. But thank you, Carol, for coming in too. You're always here, Carol. Big JD, what up? My favorite. I bet they are. Yep. Someone go check the woods. Exactly. Exactly. Go check the woods. You'll probably find them right now, gathered in a little circle and doing weird shit. Well, that's a good point you're making, Susie Q. Guilty or not guilty, Richard Allen did not get a fair or constitutional trial. Yeah, maybe they're all hanging out at the shoe tree. Yeah, maybe it's an incredible life is incredible moment they're having. You say it's a speed bump, but please explain how any of us could get over that kind of corruption and injustice. You just saw it. Yes, it is a speed bump. Because listen, we're not here in this case for innocent or guilty about Richard Allen. We're here in this case for the truth about Abby and Libby, which Richard Allen was a part of, a victim of. Okay. They're using Richard Allen to hide the truth. And that's what we've just witnessed, in my opinion. And it's only just begun. Yeah, they unleashed a fury. And we're going to talk about that momentarily, Stacy. Yeah, how they're celebrating. And I'm going to tell you how they're celebrating. Actually, I'm going to start talking about it now. Right now, okay, what they're doing now in their victory lap, I've already gotten about 5 threats since the verdict was announced in my comments. Okay, threats. I've already gotten about, I say 12 to 15 shit talks like, you know, blah, 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 quack, quack, quack. You don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. You were so wrong. F you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I've already had a few of the troll channels make shit talking posts about how Bob Mata, the prof, Rick Snay, blah, 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 blah. We're all wrong and stupid. And guess you chose the wrong side and all this. They think that like this whole who's right, who's wrong thing is what matters. That's not what matters to us. Okay, so that's abusive. That's abusive tactics. Tommy Frost has already posted again the little image of the guy assassinating his child's sexual assaulter or something like that. That Tommy Frost is already, again, you know, the same person who before threatened to kill Richard Allen, threatened to kill me multiple number of times. He's already doing that. And so, yeah, the death threats are coming in again. The gloating is coming in again. The we are stupid is coming in again. But it's premature because they don't realize that this is not the end. Rick Snay, I think, might have also said that tonight. It's not the end. This is the beginning. You see, this is not the end of the road where things get put to rest like they want to believe. This is the beginning of people saying, hell no. We know you lied. Okay. And guess what? We're going to be able to do. We're going to be able to prove it to you because we're going to be able to go through every single piece of testimony, every single transcript, get the quotes, go back in time, get the previous quotes, and then come back and show you side by side, that these witnesses lied on the stand. We already know that this law enforcement lied on the stand. We already know that the judge was biased, heavily biased. And there's a lot more we know too. And we'll be getting to it. Okay, we will. Well, Frank Meister, for one, said, I talked to that guy. Yeah. They're probably planning something on the 13th. Well, absolutely they are, because that's in 2 days. And you know what they do? They like the 1 and the 3. They like the 13th and the 31st. And sure. They are wannabe occultist freaks. And they'll never get away with what they're trying to pull. I mean, this is it's insidious. It's a plague. It's a disease that runs so deep. Mark Ellis, another super sticker. Thank you, Mark. Oh, wow. Thanks, Mark. We're not going to let him stop this, like trying to stop us with death threats and fucking blah, blah, blah. And then Gray Hughes is running around. Here's another one. Gray Hughes' whole MO today and the past week has been running around threatening lawsuits on behalf of the Patty family. Well, go ahead, give it a try. Gray Hughes went on national TV today and said that the Patty family will be handing out lawsuits. All right. I do believe we're already living in hell. Thanks. Thanks, Mar. Okay. You're truly cared about Abby and Libby. If you truly cared about Abby and Libby, there would be no celebrating no matter what side you were on. Well, if you truly cared about Abby and Libby, all you would want is the all you would want is the truth about what actually happened to those two little girls. You wouldn't want no patsy or no bullshit narrative. Look, how do you know it's BS? The timeline doesn't make sense. Family and witnesses have been inconsistent in their statements, which indicates deception. The sheriff lied on the PCA. He twisted witness statements and he omitted information. They had to torture him. They held him like, 12 times the suggested limit for human rights in the Geneva Convention. Everything has been very openly done. Okay. They do it in the daylight. Like I said, imagine what they do in the cover of darkness. I'm going to take a wild guess that investigation into this malfeasance of our Department of Justice in a case created, not investigated. It's time to turn up the magnification. That's what I'm saying. It's time for us all to do more. It's time for us all to step up to the plate and do a little more. Like if it means you creating a YouTube page, create a YouTube page. If it means you creating a Facebook page, create a Facebook page. If it means creating a Twitter, create a Twitter. If it means offering to help with information, offer to help with information. Dedicate some time. I've got a wonderful viewer who's not in here today, but what she's been doing, she's been feeding transcripts of some of our work into the AI programs in order to allow it to collate the information, extract data. And so even doing something like a side project like that, it's helping us, even though she's not doing anything publicly directly, she's helping us behind the scenes in collating information and then passing it on. You could do things like that. Everyone can do a little more to magnify and put a spotlight on what needs to be looked at. When they first arrested Richard Allen, they said they were still continuing the investigation, right? More than one person, right? More other actors. Now they're not. They found their scapegoat. Yes, exactly. Well, they changed it from a multiple perpetrator killing to a lone wolf killing. Now, how likely is that? And tell me, if a lone wolf killer killed both those girls, how are there 0 defensive wounds and the weapon was a bladed weapon? When has that ever happened? I just want to know. All right. Susie Q, the judge didn't allow the attorneys to present their evidence. I agree 100%. God allowed this for a reason, and our ways are not his way. No. And remember, we're in the long game. What we're in is for truth to come to the surface about the murders of Abby and Libby in the long game. So let them have their victory dance tonight. You know, Kelsey German's already having her victory dance tonight. Okay, today is the day. No, sweet cheeks. Today is not the day. Today is absolutely not the day, but the day is coming. And there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, let's see where I am here. Does anyone know if this was the girl's first time going to the bridge? Could they have had a run-in with someone else? Well, how are we to know when the family has lied? What's up, Khalid? Hi, Prof, and everyone. What's up, Khalid? All right, you guys. I've been awake and broken for a while. Now I'm mad. Well, I was hoping you all would be able to have a nice day. Like what I did is I went out to the grocery store with my son. It was beautiful, warm weather. We did some things. We had a nice time, and then we came on home, and I felt much better. Even that little excursion, small excursion was therapeutic. Am I Lou Who? It was devastating to me. Sorry, I am so sorry. I know how it felt. I'll tell you in a moment. I'll tell you how I felt. Okay. Haven't spilled anything on that shirt yet, Prof. No, not even the pizza. Child sacrifice and their nefarious, guilty part in it. Doug Carter, do you have those other investigators ready yet? We're going to go back. We're going to start all over, blah, blah, blah. Where? Yeah, really? Really? Looks like you were elated in that court today. How could you be elated with this, Doug Carter? Give the reward money to the organization for missing and exploited children. How about that? Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Prof, I think people think it's over because Richard was found guilty, but we seen this when Keegan Klein was arrested. They said it was over. Then there's more to the case, like you said. People are so short-sighted, they're shallow, and they're brainwashed. And it's difficult. You kind of got to have a lot of, give people a lot of grace. Give most people, you got to give them a lot of wiggle room, a lot of grace period, because people have been manipulated. Yeah, exactly. The mainstream media has played a significant role in this outcome for years, and the family went on a media campaign and a YouTube. YouTube is also media. It's been 7 years of trying to get this accomplished, and they have accomplished it. But now, remember, they're always accountable after the fact, and they will be held. Defense ain't done yet. New court and new set of eyes, hopefully. Not 12 heathens. I can't wait until they see Kelsey laughing and talking to Doug Carter about the movie The Shack. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to wake up. What's up, Joey Lau? Hi, the Prof. I just subbed. I found you watching Silky Southern Tea. Well, thanks and welcome. I'm so glad you're coming from Silky's. I love Silky, and I think I speak for all of us here in the chat. We love Silky. She's amazing. I should ask her to come on tonight. I need to send her a text. Get her in here. Corrupt and that kind of justice, Alan doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. No, but there's going to have to be oversight. There's going to have to be some. Trust me. There's always retrospect, and things will be dealt with. I want to hear about the actual killers. I want to know all about the felonious drug trafficking, human trafficking family. Thank you, everybody, says Joey. Jeremiah, good to know. I think Rick seen Abby, Libby, and Kelsey. That's why Kelsey's story changes so much. I don't know. Maybe. Phone mess with during 5 to 10 p.m. while Richard's at home. Well, I said that earlier today. I said, how on earth could they reach a 100% agreement in that jury box, unanimously guilty verdict, that he's the one, when they know that between 5 and 10 p.m. that phone was being messed with? And think about what they weren't allowed to be exposed to. The fact that at that time that they say Richard was there and that he was gone, there were 3 phones malingering around the crime scene all the way till 5, whatever, 45 or 44, something like that. No, actually it's 5:44 is the last ping. 5:45 is when the headphone jack is activated. And in 549, one of those three phones leaves the geofencing. See, the jury was manipulated, and information was hidden from them by a corrupt judge and prosecutor and law enforcement that deleted 70 days of interviews. So I wonder, was this entire trial part of the pantomime or the theater or the in real life role playing, the LARPing that has been going on for 7.5 years over these two murders? Eliana Davidson, I hope the jury listens to your account and abdicates the other real accounts and not the crazy people. Hey, Melon, what up? Come on in, Melon. Hi, I'm so angry. Yeah, we're all angry. I'll tell you about how I felt in a minute. Let's see. So big, the FBI were careful to give ISP all the tools, but clever enough to distance themselves within language and action by not using said tools for them to interfere, swerve, and avoid responsibility. Doug and Nick McClelland both stated they don't believe the crime was that of one person. I'd like to know what Mike Patty owes. Yeah, what deliverables? Deliverables. I knew Richard was going to be convicted. If he had won, they would have killed him to stop him from suing them and what was done to him. For $100 million, he would have sued them for, and he may still one day. Prof has the best chats. Thank you, Digital. This is your chat. That's why I came live tonight, because I know we all need to talk. And we haven't even started. I'm still saying hello to everyone. It's just so many amazing people in here. It takes forever. All right, you guys. I'm so glad to be with the smart people of the world in this chat. Well, thanks, Joey. And hey, likewise. Likewise. I have the best chat. Okay. Everyone on social media wanting to know why anyone thinks Richard Allen is innocent. They talk about evidence, and all I can point to is a damn missing. Well, I don't know what you're saying exactly, I'm tameable, but no, when people say, why are you defending a baby killer? Well, that's easy, dickheads, because he hasn't been proven to be a baby killer. Zero evidence has been presented. You can't say the timeline makes him a baby killer when the timeline is a joke. We need anonymous. We are many. We're legion. What's up, Joey Lau, for the super sticker, $2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Joey. I'm so glad you found us. Absolutely here for truth. Carter was a public face of the lie from the beginning. Tentacles, the Riddler, the Diddler, the bullshit artist of all bullshit artists. The sketch is not a photograph. It's not a sketch. It's a sketch. It's not a photograph. In between the two, but even though the old bridge guy is no longer the bridge guy, but now it's the young bridge guy is the bridge guy. But now if you put them together, they're both the bridge guy. And that's the bridge guy, bridge guy. Don't look at the face bridge guy. Look at the walk bridge guy. But somebody knows bridge guy. Why weren't the sketches allowed in? And the discrepancies. I mean, so much BS. So I could not believe the BS here. This could happen to anyone. Wrong place, wrong time, innocent people scapegoated. Pardon me. Some jurors, welcome in, Mary. Some jurors may have regrets soon as they reach. Oh, I'm sure they will. Let the trolls come after me to say something to me about Delphi. What's up, Mark? Thank you. Yeah, represent. Yeah, because they what they want to do is come after anyone who gets over the target. And I'm about to get into telling you the shit that they have pulled. This has been trolling on every level. You understand? Like, yeah, we've got our trolls here, and then In the police department, the sheriff's department, they were trolling. And then in the prosecutor's office and the state police, they were trolling. And then in the courtroom, it was all trolling. And I wonder what's going on with that jury. It's almost like the jury is trolling. Jackie, what's up and welcome. I'm in the UK and cannot believe the sickening corruption of law enforcement judge and now jurors involved in this. You Americans need to raise the roof on this. Yeah, burn it on down is what I say. Burn it all down. Our American justice system has been assaulted, and it can happen to any one of us. Good old boy Mason. Yeah, Freemason. Freemason Doug Carter. Freemason Doug Carter. Face for it all. Okay. Okay, I've been sick all evening. That's okay, girl. Listen, guess what? My father was a cop, but he quit because of how corrupt they are, and he told all 5 of his kids, cops are not your friends and don't call them. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for Ashes to Ashes. What happens in the dark always comes to light. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We're in here for the long game. Okay, we're not in here. We're not fucking around here. The more shit anyone spews around here, the more they be exposed around these parts. Okay. Never mind lied in court. They had the Abby Snapchat as an exhibit and an integral part of the timeline. And the Abby Snapchat is BS. Come on, y'all. All right. I let people know about Prof's live from last night on Andrea's live tonight. Well, thank you, Linda. I didn't miss your super sticker. Sorry, Joey. I'm like 30 minutes behind on the chat, I believe, or at least 15, because I have so much chat. I'm trying to read as many as possible. So apologize if I'm taking long. Prof, lawsuits. I'm broke, poor. No one told me. Yeah, good luck coming after me with the lawsuit. What are you going to do? Take the money I don't have? The audio is not the bridge guy. That's the thing. Like they fooled every. Jesus, how could they fool these jurors? Like that's what's inconceivable to me. That's what's inconceivable. How could they fool? Like it was proven that the voice saying down the hill is not bridge guy. Yet they still convicted Richard Allen. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You cannot make this up. What's up, Freckle Joy? Why would Tara sign over child to Derek? That's probably bullshit rumors. You know, this case is full of misinformation, disinformation, bullshit rumors. That's why I don't spread them. I spread facts. Okay. They are sickos celebrating this. They don't realize the girls are still dead. Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, just think about this. All the threatening to kill us they've done over 2 dead girls. This is going on all over the country. People, not just with Richard Allen, look up the Kylie Rodney case. Until you're married to a police officer, you not understand the depths of what they get away with. There's some really great tops, but there were some really shitbag ones too. Thank you, Mary Goff. Thank you. That's why there were no cameras in the courtroom. That's the problem in small town law. They get used to doing what they want and they get arrogant about it. All right. Yeah, you guys don't come in all the it was mentioned, it's been said, all that rumor bullshit. We don't do that here. Okay? Appreciate you all, but we don't do the rumor bullshit here. I love you. We don't do it. All right. Prof. Joey Lau gave a super stick. Oh yeah, we caught it. I caught it. I'm just 15 minutes behind. So, Joey, what's happening in Delphi is a center. Look that up. Yes, I've made videos about that before. Delphi is the Umphalos in the New World, in America. The New World is the Old World. Okay. America was Atlantis. Like this part of the world, this is the Atlantis. Delphi is Delphi. It always was Delphi. That's what the quarry is. Okay, that limestone quarry. It's a lot. It's kind of deep there. We're not going to get that deep tonight. 13 and 31 are Freemason numbers. Yes. Occult numbers. There you go. Why did the girls have different death date? Where's the banana pancakes? Where are the tentacles, Dougie? I believe I heard something about a sheriff election and needed a conviction. No, no, no. It wasn't about that. Let's get that talking point together. Because if we're going to have some troops, we got to have all our troops on the correct talking points, not the disinformation talking points. The election wasn't about the election of sheriff. It was about maintaining control of this investigation and not allowing third parties to get their eyes, hands, and minds on it and actually find the killers. So winning that election was about maintaining control over the investigation. Because if Mike Thomas or Pinkard or any outsider got in there and actually got to the bottom of it, they would expose the entire thing and blow the lid off, and truth for Abby and Libby would have come to the surface. So the whole point of arresting Richard Allen before the election was to lock in that election, not for the purposes of winning the election, but for the purposes of maintaining control over the investigation. That's why you would do it. Okay. All right. Thanks for the short videos of the troll farm, Noe. How does law enforcement think the hair pulled out by the root is not suspicious, and not even to take the family cell phones whatsoever and dump them? You have made me feel better just listening to you and the way you think, Prof. Thanks, Kim. Thank you. That's why I'm here tonight. That's why we're all here. We're here to talk, and trust me, I'm gonna put the link up in a minute for some of us to get on the panel and talk. Doug Carter told us it's Sunday he would tell us this. Someday he would tell us the whole story, and he couldn't wait to do that. I expect as soon as the gag order is over. Yeah, how about that, Doug Carter? It's a fascinating tale, and someday I'll tell you the whole story. I can't wait to do that. Yeah, well, how about fucking now? All right, Doug, how about now? The community wants to know, Mr. Superintendent Carter. Okay. It's a fascinating tale. The community will be shocked. Why would the community be shocked about little ass Richard Allen and CBS with no one identified for 7.5 years or 5 years, whatever it be? The victory dancing for civil rights violations. No justice for Abby and Libby. Plus, families will be reliving everything over and over with appeals from shitty police work. Let me say this. How about this? How about when they get brought to court for the crimes they've committed? Okay, the terrorizing of this community they've done. Do they want the same kind of trial Richard Allen just got when they are the ones that are sitting in that defendant's seat? Yeah, celebrate that shit. Go drink blood in your little occult circle over that shit, and wait till it's you in the hot seat. Give me something to do, Prof. I've been entrenched in learning about the case for 2 years, just watching. It's time for action. Well, everyone email me who wants something to do. Email me for something to do. We got a lot of things to do. A lot of things to do. This is just the beginning. Like Rick said, this is the next phase. Okay. And guess what? We've got 10 times the eyes on this at this point in time. 10 times the eyes. This community has grown exponentially in the past 2 weeks or the month. And so we're at a great point to start over. Maybe we can do what Doug gaslit us all into believing and promised, that they would go back to the beginning and start over. Well, what if we go back to the beginning and start over? What if the world goes back to the beginning and starts over? Appreciate your stance. You, Bob, and Andrea standing up for the process. It's not about guilty or not guilty. It's about getting a fair trial and proving it beyond a reasonable doubt. The goal and the state of Indiana are abhorrent. They're just disgusting and obviously corrupt. But you remember Kelsey saying this? When we have a problem, we all come together and we fix it. Just like you fixed the jury. Did you fix the jury? Well, I was trying to talk on the other channel. Prof, you're confusing me. Well, what's wrong, sweet cheeks? What other channel? We have both channels are active. Got chat on both channels, Heather. What's up, Amy? Boom. Amy's in the chat with flowers. Thank you, Amy. Hate to say this, but Richard would not make it to a new trial. They'll have him killed in prison. Well, like I said, I just posted all the threats from Greeno saying that there's already a hit on him, and it's going to be the dirty white boys. All right, Stephanie, thank you for your wonderful content. Well, thank you for your beautiful spirit coming in here like that. Thank you, Stephanie. Did I upset Heather Brown by having her in the wrong chat or something? Okay, we love Silky. Okay. I have a lot of respect and admiration for you, says Christina Jarvis, and the other channels advocating for Richard. You're right. The world is watching. Lots of love from BC, Canada. Well, thank you very much, Christina. We're glad to have you here. All right. Remember this phrase that the Christians like to use, that let go and let God? You know, that's where we're at. I understand that where we all were this morning, and the passion and the intensity and the frustration and all the gaslighting for all these years, and you just wanted it to be over. But remember the poem Footprints. When the times were hardest, that's when God carried you. And that's why the phrase exists, let go and let God carry you. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. It's just a long road. It's a long road. All right. Hi to everyone. Sorry I'm late. Jury chose to believe the lies. Well, I don't know. Were they compromised? Were they fixed? Were they fixed? Is that jury fixed? Did they manage to fix the problem? Come together and they make it fit. They fix it and make it go away, right? That's what she said. Geofencing wasn't allowed in. I mean, clearly some of the witnesses were coached as well. I'm sure you guys realize that. Even some of the attorneys said that they had the impression that the witnesses had been coached. Okay, the witnesses had been coached. Okay. Jury tampering, yep. I still believe that Garrett Kurtz, Ashley Garth, Keegan Klein, and the others in the meth gang killed them girls. Me too. I certainly do. We're on the same page, obviously. Do you and Silky live in Indiana? No, we don't. Thank God. Thank God. We're trying to be safe here. All right. So much reasonable doubt. It's hard to imagine that 12 out of 12, 100% of that jury box. Oh my God, man. Something else. Okay. They deleted them. That's how. Oh, look, Missouri. Many initial interviews and reports were lost. How? Well, they just hit delete. They recorded over. They deleted. They made it go away. It's a big old club, and you ain't in it. Remember George Carlin, a prophet of our time. Okay. Smoke and mirrors. Even if Alan was bridge guy, zero evidence bridge guy did it. Thank you. Thank you. Even if it was his round, but they were not shot. Yeah, so much. Yeah, so much. I mean, you guys are all getting it. We're preaching to the choir at this point. I mean, you all get it. We're all on the same page. It's just absolutely mind-boggling. And I agree too, Khalid. Defense should not have rested. I don't get it. Defense only presented 20-30% of their defense that they had to present. Why the hell rest? I just don't get it. And I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying I don't get it. I don't get why you rested. You had so much more to present. You had help from the entire community. Why did you rest? You had witnesses prepared. Why in the hell would Doug Carter dismiss the FBI? Wouldn't you want that help? No, I don't even know where Delphi is. I would like to just get a chance to see this place. I do have an eye for detail. The game is stacked so heavy in favor of the state. Andre pointed out that the prison sent a posse of lawyers. The state has unlimited funds. Judge favors the state so hard it's absolutely fucking mind-boggling. That's what I mean. This was a extremely biased judge. She shrouded this entire trial in secrecy, the entire case in secrecy. It's been shrouded in secrecy for the entire since before day one. And it makes one wonder what is going on in Delphi. Nobody pointed out Alan in court, not one of them. And the ones who swore that they saw Bridge Guy all described someone huge, and Alan is tiny. Someone in all black, and Alan was wearing blue. Meow meow. Hey again, gang. Before work and now after work. It's all day, prof. That damn Court TV keeps saying the world got the truth today and Nancy Grace. Yeah, well, they're all compromised pieces of shit. And so is Nancy Grace, and I'll say it to her face. I bet she smells as bad as Greeno and Murder Sheet. I mean, come on. Which one you think's out of that group? Which one you think's has? Which one you think showers more than the others? Okay. What will the state's response? What will be the state's response when a similar murder happens again? The actual criminals are still free. This was a tortured confession. And I bet the sketches weren't allowed because the first one looks like Mike fucking Patty. It's just the state failed to meet their burden. It's possible the defense also proved their case theory is materially impossible. I don't know. I have trouble with this one. Okay. Many tentacles, my ass, bloody horns of the devils in Delphi. Yeah, I don't understand with the defense. I don't understand what the fuck they did. Why would they rest? The ancient Greeks considered the center of the world to be at the temple in Delphi, Indiana. You got to understand, the old world is the new world. The new world is the old world. Get it? Okay. They lied about the bullet being found the day the bodies were. Yeah, they lie. It's been lie after lie, lie, lie. Okay. The girls were taken to Mears and brought back early the next morning. I think it's something like that. I think you're absolutely right. Arrested on an unspent bullet, convicted on confessions after the fact. Ridiculous. What happens in the dark always comes to light. Thank you, Ashes to Ashes, for the super chat. That's very nice. Thank you. I'll never trust no fucking Masons. Doug Carter. Nicholas McClelland. Brad Holder. I just had to leave to go and sub to a ton of channels. That's the only way I can digitally express my protest right now. Why did no other lawyers step up and say anything or go to higher power and show them what's going on? All right. Yeah, there's a rumor out there that Gull is involved in the secret societies. Yeah, I guarantee you they all are. I bet you Holman, they all are. I mean, that's how they do things in the world. I don't know if you guys understand that. Okay, I'll tell a quick story. No, I won't tell it. But I'll say like this. I know a little town where in order to get a storefront on the main street, you get where I'm going with that one? The only way you're getting a storefront on the main street is if you're a Mason. Isn't that something else? So even though the storefronts are available to rent, they're not available to rent for just any old person. You got to be in the club to get that storefront. It's pay to play, and that's how everything works. And I guarantee you, that every sheriff you ever see, I guarantee, every mayor you ever see, I guarantee. You get where I'm going with this? This is how it's set up. All the judges, this is how it works. This is United States of America. Okay. Oh, God, man. Yeah, Susie Q. Yeah, we're familiar. I had hoped for not guilty. Then when Richard Allen walked, I wanted to see Kelsey cuffed on the sidewalk outside the court. Me too. Maybe one day we will. Someday you will. There are plenty of shenanigans in the court filings. Yeah. Jury didn't have a choice, I'm telling you. I think they were maybe led to believe they had a choice, so it appeared that way. Okay. Maybe the jurors were doped up and experienced a psychosis. All right. Welcome, Linda Garris. Welcome to memberships. You should be able to go watch some videos, some members only videos. So God bless you, Linda, and thanks for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Yeah, they are using the court system as a weapon. Okay, it's lawfare. It's modern lawfare. That's what we're dealing with. And why would they go to this extent to what are they protecting that they would go to this extent in compromising a jury? I feel like people that continue to push this, especially the people that live in Indiana, need to be careful because now they know they can get away with it. I get what you're saying, Big JD. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's almost like a flex, a power move. They just flex. They just basically it's more terrorism. I mean, the easy way to state that it's more terrorism. They're terrorizing the people of the United States of America and the people of the state of Indiana. So what they're doing is they're showing you their power, and they're showing you it can be you. And so don't fuck with us. It's more terrorism. They are domestic terrorist organization. They are the domestic terrorist organization of the Midwest. They run the underground drugs and the girls. And what do you think they're protecting? Something needs to be done about the enhancements done to sound and video. Lesson learned from the Rittenhouse trial. It needs more attention brought into other trials, enhancing our way into guilt. Yeah, you know what? I said not too long ago on a stream, one of the streams prior, I said that something's going to have to be done about not allowing that into courts in the future. There's going to need to be a law that says you cannot create something out of nothing and use it to send a man to his death. Like they did with Bridge Guy. Just imagine what they've done to Richard Allen. They took a video where you could not see anything. They created a face, they created a body shape, they painted the color of the coat. They created it out of thin air. And they have now used it to send him to his death on 4 counts of murder. Whether he goes to death by getting killed in prison by the dirty white boys, or whether he gets sentenced to death. They have essentially sent him to his death over a fabricated image called Bridge Guy. Unbelievable. There needs to be a law about it. There needs to be a law about it. No more laws. I mean, no more AIs, no more enhancements. Okay, it's not right. So Allen was so careful to not leave one bit of DNA, but left a bullet and a video. Yeah, right. That's what they want you to believe. and Kelsey's hair. This is right where I need to be tonight. So glad to have you part of the crew. Yeah, you are right. It's hard for people to get past confessions, even though they were coerced. Remember, the Odinist guards were threatening him, his wife, and daughter. All right. I bet there are people in that town who are more scared tonight than they've ever been. Wait till it's you. Every trial I've watched, the witnesses are asked if they see the person in the room, and not one of them saw Richard Allen. Well, they didn't see him in CVS for 7 years. For 5 years, however many. Come on. Here in Indiana, we knew this case stunk the week it happened. All right. There's a reason everyone is flocking into the channels who feel this wasn't enough. They gave the Odinist carte blanche, yes. All right. Well, my son just fell. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It was like something you'd see in the old westerns. Marcia, read about you on Andrea's stream, came to subscribe. Well, thank you. I'm glad someone's saying nice things. Welcome into the chat. Please make yourself at home here and subscribe. Hit the like. Yep. Now we're at the beginning and now the world is watching, Prof. That's what I'm saying, Mama Bear. At the very point during which this community has just grown tenfold, this happens. So now we get to start all over with 10 times the numbers. So thank you, state of Indiana. Maybe we'll actually solve the case now. All right. All right. What's up, Royal We? Welcome on in. Come on. It's Kumbaya. Let's come on in here. Get on in here. Get your butt on in here. All right. All right, you guys. The fact that every basic investigational element in this case was intentionally avoided obviously should have given that jury reasonable doubt. Well, I mean, guess those jurors are about to, I guess it's FAFO, you know, they fucked around. Now they're about to find out. This is all going as planned. The world is watching and evil will be defeated. Well, it sort of seems like maybe that's where we are at this juncture. Okay. Kind of seems that way, that this is a reveal, right? This is a big reveal. All right. Yeah, why was Elvis Fields allowed to just blatantly ignore a subpoena on a murder case? And this judge would not issue the warrant for contempt of court or arrest so that he could be on the record for appeal? Doug Carter told us that we could be upset with him about those sketches. Can we be upset with you for framing an innocent man, Doug? Doug Carter said, hold me accountable. Remember? Remember Doug Carter saying, hold me accountable? Okay. Okay, Doug. Well, hey, we got some questions. What about those sketches? What about those tentacles? What about the shack? What about promise not to tell? What about kicking the FBI off? What about Richard Allen? What about the judge signing the probable cause affidavit? What about we haven't cleared anybody? Riddle me that, Doug. There's no way such a violent crime, there would be no DNA from Richard Allen on the girls and vice versa. This has had me feeling sick all day. I don't know how 12 people could look at this case and not have reasonable doubt. There's no possible way one person. Exactly. And remember, we had some people outside of the courthouse tell us that those jurors came out of that courthouse, heads hung low. What does that indicate to you? Shame. 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 Oh, jury. Shame, shame, shame. What have you done? I was thrown off by the jury asking such good questions, and to end up here, it had to have gotten to them. I don't know. How do you even explain what we've just witnessed? We've just witnessed. That's why, okay, I'm ready to get into my whole deal. Okay. Here's how I felt today. Absolutely dumbfounded, shocked, blindsided. I felt like I got hit over the head with a 2x4. Absolutely stunned because the thought of what we've just witnessed. I mean, imagine we've been witnessing for 2 years because remember how we sat here and we read through every damn court filing. Remember that? We read through every damn red flag, every damn lie. We read through that PCA. We read through all these Frank's filings and the memo. We read every single thing. And then we got to trial. We listened to the lawyers repeat every damn play by play of every damn day of this trial. Okay? Give their opinions. We gave our opinions. We all discussed. We researched 7.5 years of this case, all the social media, all the parties involved. We've put up thousands of receipts. And we get to the end of this, and the jury slams down guilty, 4 counts, with what we've just witnessed. It's inconceivable. When the bar was reasonable doubt, and it was very clearly defined for the jury in the instructions. So that would have to mean, just imagine what it would have to mean. It would have to mean that all 12 jurors had no reasonable doubt whatsoever. Not a reasonable doubt in the world among all 12 of them. I mean, I could go get 12 people off the street in my neighborhood and bring here in this living room, and I could present the case to them. There's absolutely no way all 12 would come to that guilty verdict. Absolutely impossible. It's beyond statistically impossible. At best, we would have a hung jury. And that's why people are saying the fix is in. They fixed it. Something went down. Something happened. Something is so big that they had to fix this jury. Imagine. What could be so big that they would go through this trouble? It's the bloodlusters. Okay? This right here is bloodlust. This is not about rationalization. It's not about intelligence. It's not about discernment. It's not about weighing evidence. It's not about judging credibility. It's not about any of that. This is solely about bloodlust and obfuscation to make it go away. They say when the jury comes for the verdict, they do not look at anybody as bad. I heard they did not look at anyone. They were shamed. They should be shamed. Since original Delphi was brought up, I feel safe talking about my thoughts on the bison bull they painted golden out front of the courthouse with the kids' hands on it. The DOJ should be involved by now. They was in Ferguson within days. Are Jerry Holman and Mike Patty Masons? Are they Freemasons? Love Songs. What's up, Love Songs? Yet another night without sleep because of this sad case and trial. 4:15 a.m. now in Sweden. No sleep for the wicked, right? Well, God bless you. And hey, that's why we're all here for each other, okay? Lost faith in humanity long ago. Me too. But I'm still shocked every time I see people hit a new low. This is definitely a new low. Oh, yeah. And it suits Delphi. You know, what out of Delphi has ever been great? Let me ask you that. What has ever been beautiful, gorgeous, shimmering with God's glory coming out of Delphi, Indiana? Okay, this is how you get the fuck banned, you piece of shit. Teddy, look, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I've seen you all around the troll farm rubbing your ass in people's noses. And you're not going to do it here, Teddy. We shun you. We admonish you. We despise you. You're worse than these dark web chomos you hang with. And good luck. And that's how we get rid of Teddy. Right. Fuck around, find out, Teddy. You see, we take care of each other here, and your types ain't allowed around here. We don't like your kind ain't welcome here, son. Any creator or media pundit spewing guilty or propaganda have to be paid. Who's paying them? Who's paying the troll farm? The dark web chomo, criminal underworld pieces of shits. All right. I don't know, Prof. The defense could have put on 30 more witnesses, and I think the jury still would have convicted him because that's what they came to do. Well, you know, that's what it's seeming like. Seems like we are dealing with a corrupt, compromised, LARPing ass jury. Okay, you guys leave it in God's hands. Had his own son convicted in a kangaroo court. Yeah, it's true. Jesus Christ himself. I don't care what anybody thinks. If you watch Chopper audio video at the same timestamp, you'll see the bodies of the girls. Well, I disagree, but hey, you're allowed your opinion. Okay. The defense was handicapped on funding their investigation. Ray Hughes created the BG video. Apparently, Kelsey created Bridge Guy voice and video. I don't know. Yeah, and the sketches. I believe in that AI conversation, actually. Tobes a Freemason too. Yeah, it's all. It's all. All right. Love to see a video of just the facts that are verified in a collated form, like a schematic. It's funny because Adrian was mentioning something like that today regarding the timeline. I think, Mater, that we need both. We need just the facts. We need just the timeline. We need everything um, perfectly laid out. We need help, basically. From the beginning, I couldn't understand why they never played the whole video. Now we know because it's bullshit. Left no DNA, but a bullet in the video and a phone at the scene. You can't make this shit up. All right. Now we know why Kelsey had the logins. Right across there from a courthouse is a tattoo parlor named Odin's Den. Yes. What happened is when they knew this trial was going to happen, they knew it was a bad look, so they changed the name to Black Flag because Odin's Den was a little too obvious. But you know what we're dealing with, and what it is these, basically these prison gangs. When they get out of prison, they got to reincorporate into society and not be so off the fucking charts with their affiliations. So they hide it or they disguise it under the banner of Odinism. Okay. But what it really is just the same old fucking prison gang bullshit. Pardon. BG is a Disney character. Jury took the bait. All right. All right. So Richard Allen should have never been put in a prison awaiting trial. Never seen that before this case. Yeah. Not only was he put in prison, but he was tortured in prison, threatened by inmates and guards, kept in solitary for 13 months, forcibly injected, marched around like Hannibal Lecter in a shock vest, shackled, chains all over, like he was going to eat people's faces off. Okay. It's obvious the phone video were planted, and then the matching bullet at Ari's home planted. At least one PO was involved in the killing. SIGSAR, signal blocker, lost evidence. Yes. Was a law enforcement officer, CI, involved in these murders? What was on the arrest affidavit to make the judge sign it? Lies, omissions, and misrepresentations of witness statements. Good point there. Today is 11/11. Yeah, interesting. Interesting there. I almost missed that. We would have missed that. Thanks for pointing that out, Kim. It's called jury tampering from day one. How many had visited by law enforcement officials during their stay at the Holiday Inn? And on top of all of that, the judge tainted this case towards prosecution in every way possible. It was a railroad job all the way. Two jurors connected with law enforcement who would not give in an all but guilty verdict. And the remaining jurors just wanted to go home, so they went along. I don't know if it's that simple. Could be, though. You know, I don't know. Always strange to me how cozy the families were with LE considering the botched investigation. Yes, all Masons and bikers, by the way. Here's the thing. Do you realize they're all bikers and Masons, and some of them tied into meth slinging? Every damn filing for this outcome, I was shocked too. That's what I'm saying. Every fucking damn filing. I sat here for hours, wasted hours of my life reading that shit. Mm. But it's been done in broad daylight for the world to see. This is what I'm saying to you guys. It's been done in broad daylight for the world to see. And is that part of our awakening here? That we have to see this and experience it and go through it and be traumatized by it, come out on the other end? Yeah, you're talking about there was a girl who said she saw one of them hurt the girls. You talking about Megan Allen, maybe? Where's she? Why wasn't she brought into this? I mean, she did say she stabbed someone to see what it would feel like. I mean, part of a gang initiation, right? Honestly, looking for like from far away, it looks like a setup. I thought hung jury for sure as it was taking so long, but obviously it should be not guilty as much so much reasonable doubt. I can't believe all four counts guilty. I mean, can you imagine? Like I said in my analogy, I could go take 12 of my neighbors, bring them in here. We go through everything. There's absolutely no way in hell that you get a unanimous guilty verdict. Absolutely no way in hell. There's just 0% chance that would happen. Yeah, exact. Good point here. There's nothing but doubt, and if you say any of that or half of that on these YouTube channels, all of these fucking troll farm platforms, you're suddenly compared with women writing love letters to Ted Bundy. Yeah, that's what they do. They always try to character attack. You know, so what they say is, "You're a kid. You're protecting. You're in love with a kid killer," and shit like that. You know, it's the ad hominem attacks because they can't attack the facts that you're stating. Remember, Doug Carter, it's about power to you. You want to know what we know, and one day you will. Okay, it's about power. Yeah, we do think this is about power to you, state of Indiana and Delphi and Carroll County. We think it's about power to you. And yeah, we do want to know what you know because this is that day, right? Today is the day. So someday you will. Well, let's have it. Let's have it. Let's have the fascinating story about the tentacles and the shack. Let's have it, bitch. Okay. It's called a jury of your peers, and I'm just going to say it like this. Not everyone is smart or equipped with the critical thinking skills. Some would ask what that is. Some people are excited right now because they think they're going to get reward money. Shit. Yeah. Bullshit. Do you really think anyone's getting reward money other than one of them? Yeah, they may give it to Kathy Shanks so she'll give half back to them and be able to keep the other half for her part in the fucking conspiracy. Yeah, I could see that happening. Bloodlust. It has been reported that the Indiana State Police goon squads were harassing and intimidating independent journalists. They are clearly running cover for the DOJ. Bloodlust. That jury is yeah, that jury. They fucked around. They're gonna find out now. Okay, they're gonna be learning. You can't take it back. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see if I can see if I can hurry and catch up with you guys. How late am I? I'm 10 minutes behind the chat. Okay. Okay, let me go and get this troll in here. So we're going to find out who this is. Tom Whitaker. Okay, Tom Whitaker, let's get your page. You see, we're tracking all of this for the FBI because we've been submitting all of you to them for the longest, and now you join the list. Join November 11th, 2024. You know what? I think you're Tommy Frost or that piece of shit, Mark Robert Cohen. Um, or are you actually that other piece of shit, Casey Conwell, wife beater? Okay. So thanks for coming in with your bullshit. Okay. Nice seeing that ugly cunt Sleuthy here. Oh, you know what? That must be CJ. Because CJ, he's actually a closeted homosexual. That's why he hates women and beats women. And that's why he speaks this way and says things like, nice seeing that ugly cunt Sleuthy here. She's actually the most beautiful woman in my chat. And thanks for letting me know who you were, because now I know it was you again. And it's been screenshot. And it's going to be included in the shit I'm about to send your lawyers and prosecutor, faggot. Okay. Okay. I feel like it's 1925 all over again with the white nationalist gangs controlling Indiana's Republican politicians the way D.C. Stevenson did. Google D.C. Stevenson and read. Okay. Hey, sorry, I had to deal with that wife beater piece of shit, Casey Conwell. Oh, Julie said the judge wanted to read the verdict at 2:13 p.m. Got agitated when Rick's family wasn't present. What? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Whoa. They fucked up. They fucked up their code. Fucked up their code. Well, maybe that'll be the straw that broke the camel's back. Interesting. Boy, you guys, it keeps getting more and more interesting. Right. The fix was in from day one. If he was acquitted, Rick Allen would have basically owned IDOC. Goal was tasked to make this go away, and she did. I wonder what they did to that jury. How do you tamper with the jury in this way? Like, what happened here? That's very interesting. That's so interesting, Tammy. 213 is what she wanted, but it was read at 215 or 218 because of a train. Messed everything up with the ritual. Well, so maybe then that's their little magic won't work. Oh my god, dude. This is just you can't make this shit up. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kim. Welcome, Kim. Can you imagine how the jurors are going to feel when they learn all the evidence that was withheld from them? That will be deep. They're going to come talk to us. I guarantee you. I guarantee you they're going to talk to us. Okay. Like I said, this is a long game here. Long game. Time's coming, right? Just the fact that the prison guards had the Odin patches is all you need to know. And then in defiance, remember, the one got the face tattoo when he was forced to remove the patch. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Um, Please explain how a town of 3,000 needs a $12 million apartment complex. Who's footing the bill? Do they really think they're going to get that much tourism? No, look, dickheads, the tourism days are over because everyone was only going out there because they wanted to see what really happened to Abby and Libby. Okay, so you wanted a patsy to go down for this? You just ended your tourist dollars. So good luck with that one. The murder tourism days are over. No one will ever want to step foot in Delphi after what we are going to expose. Okay. Remember the sheriff that killed the judge? Absolutely. When he got arrested, all he kept saying was protect my wife and daughter. Really, really makes you think. I don't know. Police Chief of Rushville, Todd Click, shared insights on incredible theory linking Carroll County Odinist to the girl's killing, sparking debate about its validity. And they went and they arrested Todd Click after sending spies in to his former employer to try to dig up dirt for him and manufacture some sort of case against him, which they did. We need to talk to Todd Click, don't we? Elvis Field's early confession overlooked by detectives due to a deluge of tips detailed specific crime scene information, raising questions about the investigative priorities. CJ cannot deal with a pretty smart woman. No, actually, his wife is one, pretty gorgeous in and of herself, and pretty well independent by having her own career and education. And he doesn't even appreciate her. He beats her into the ground, chokes her, pulls her hair out, slaps her, tries to kill her, assassinate her repeatedly, and gets away with it every time because he then manipulates her into lying and retracting charges and stuff. But that's okay. He's going to go to court in December and probably end up in jail for it. And hopefully she'll get away from his stank ass. But no, yeah, that's closeted homosexual behavior. And we support Sleuthy Goosey here 1,000%. She is the most beautiful and big-hearted woman in the Delphi community, other than Adrian and other than all my other girls in this chat. But we ain't going to let no little punk like that badmouth our girls. How about the concerns highlighted over lost investigative material, including 70 hours of interviews and impacting the defense's ability to argue Richard Allen's case effectively? Okay. They installed the jury, not tampered. They owned from beginning and pretended to look objective. I think that, you know what, Shibby, that's what Adrian and I were speculating earlier. It was all part of the show. So it's all a show. It's a big club. You're not in it. It's not like the 1920s. It's like today. These gangs don't go away. You got one state screaming cover up for a girl who clearly did it. Another state screaming he did it when clearly framed. I give up. I mean, I just can't go, dude. I can't keep. All right. Tammy, you're right there with too many people there with actual critical thinking skills that should have been able to see through the BS. Okay, the loudest channels just laughed at the Odin theory. I heard people say it wasn't even a fate. Yes, I personally know two Odinists, and they're not like anything like these guys, but still, it's a thing. Goal, obstructed justice. Welcome, Mother McReady. By gagging defense, no third-party defense. She shut out the truth. Yeah, she withheld it from the jurors. Delphi is a ghost town where no one will ever cross over ever again. No one to play in their parks, no one to live in their $12 million apartment complex. All right. Props chat is the prettiest and smartest, including Alex Voorhees. Good one. See, we're able to laugh. We are able to laugh here. All right. It's a thing because we enjoy each other. All right. Good one there. Look, I'm putting the link up for our panel. All right. I knew then when it was taking so long, it was a club talking to the Richard Allen innocent holdouts into saying guilty. All right. I adore Sluti as well. She's beautiful and smart. And she gives a lot. You got to understand that girl gives a lot. She does a lot. Um, Greeno was a plant. He's Greeno's fuckboy now. Yes. Fish, fish, fish. There's a lot of fish mentioned in this story. Yeah, what is that with the fish? I'm glad you reminded me of that because it's true. All right. All right, just a moment here. Oh my goodness. Pardon the coughing. Throat's really dry today for some reason. Sleuty Goosey absolutely gives a lot. She put her heart and soul into Delphi Prophets. See what I mean? So you guys know I'm telling the truth. Um, hey, let me get on Mark Ellis. We have a visitor here, Mark Ellis. So that's what I want, the open line. So let's see what Mark got to say. Let's welcome him in. Make sure I can hear him. Hello. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Mark. Loud and clear now. Welcome.
Thanks for letting me be on. There's a lot of people upset about the verdict, and yeah, and if it's I was just surprised like everybody else was.
Yeah, were you pretty much shocked by hearing that it's 4 counts of guilty?
Yeah, he should never have been guilty. That should have never. From what I have, the information I have, that should never went to court.
Well, you know what? I've said that too. I said that I don't understand how charges were ever brought with what
And
we've seen.
whoever the power person is, they're laughing. They're laughing at us, but that's okay. We'll get back at them.
Yeah. Do you mind saying where you live? Which state?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything like this in your area, your state?
Not not really. No, I never seen anything like this before. That's the bad part about it. I mean, as I said when I said on your show, there was no justice today because I know that law enforcement know who the killers are, and they will never go to trial.
Well, I know what I think. Let me ask you this so you can explain for our viewers.
Go
What do
ahead.
you uh, what makes you think that law enforcement knows who the killers are?
To me, it's a gut feeling, but they never checked on anybody else. They didn't clear. They said everybody's still clear. They didn't check on anybody. That hair in in Libby Abby's hand. They never checked that.
Yeah, so like the reluctance to truly investigate
Yeah.
is
And
it's
why did it take only 2 days to check the crime scene out?
yeah, and to not find those girls. I don't see how the jury didn't understand that those girls were not found when they were supposed to have been there. Like,
Those vid- those videos that the jury seen, are those the true videos or is that some other kind of videos? Because if I watched those videos, I'd be really upset.
and I'm wondering about the videos in the prison showing him being tortured. I mean,
Yeah, I like to I like to see that too.
I heard a description of them, and it's bad. It's really bad. It
Yeah, I
looks
never
bad. I don't see how the jury could just dismiss it, overlook it, no big deal.
I never I don't know who's I don't know who's behind this, but they should be in jail. He was a scapegoat, and that's what it is. They,
What do you think? What do you think the jurors are going to be like when they come out of there and they start seeing all of this stuff?
they're going to be shocked. Uh, you really want my opinion? I think they will be shocked.
I do
I
want your
think they're going
opinion.
to. I mean, 12. If you said you could have 12 of your friends in your house right now, and they all pick out the same thing here. I mean, I think this was already planned out. They already had the verdict in probably the first or second day.
Well, I was discussing with one of my friends today. I asked the question, who sends out the juror summons? Who sends out the jury summons?
I don't
Because
know.
it seems like a way you could fix a jury is if you only sent out those jury summons to 80 people that you knew would come back guilty. So if you had already talked to 80 people in the community, they were down for it, then you send out the jury summons to them. When they all come in for jury selection, you choose the jurors out of those 80 who you all know are already down with the program.
Yeah,
So I want to look back and say, well, damn, who sent out which office? Who's responsible? Who would have been able to pull a scheme like that to fix that jury?
with that jury, what I would have done, I would have pulled jury from out of state, not the state of Indiana. That's what I would have done. But of course, justice is blindfolded, and I don't. I mean, the person that's really screwed is Richard Allen and Kathy Allen, and his mom and dad. That's who's got screwed.
Well, he's got a daughter
Yeah,
that has to grow up without a dad, just like Robert Fortson, who lost his life, and that child has to grow up without her father. Then the wife, then the mother, and then all the other family members.
let me ask you something. On that bridge guy video, the guy walking on the bridge, do you think that was put on by somebody?
Well, that's what I was speculating. Yes, because I'm thinking, well, you got two options with that. Because remember, it's left on the phone under the victim's body on purpose.
Which is true.
So it's a plant. So I'm thinking, hold on, is it legit and they decided to leave it there? Or did they stage it? Did they say, hey, let's make this quick little film of somebody over there in this situation where it makes the girls look like they're kidnapped,
Yeah, and
and we'll plant that under the body?
I'm also thinking, was that bullet planted too?
Well, yes,
Why
yes.
didn't they? Why didn't they find the bullet that day?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what my theory is now because someone gave me this, that someone who knows firearms well, and I do know them well. I got another buddy, he knows them well, and he said, Prof, he said, the markings on that round can only be replicated by the ballistic expert when the gun is fired. So imagine, we know that reloading exists. People do it all around the world every day. So what if somebody followed Richard Allen around to his gun range, shooting range? They let him shoot, and then they followed him and went pick up one of those casings or a few. Then they brought him back to the reloading zone. They reloaded those rounds, took the most perfect one, and then they used that to set him up
I,
because
I,
he was shooting at the same range that the law enforcement go to.
you could definitely. I never thought of that way. I thought they just took the bolt that when they did that so-called search warrant. I thought they took the bullet out of his gun case, kept it in the pockets, then went over to the crime scene, and dropped it there and say, "Oh, look what we found."
Well, I just go to that extent of me and my buddy because it makes sense because the only way to match that thing is unfired is if you take a fired cartridge. So then
Right.
it makes sense that that cartridge that unfired bullet is sitting in, it must have been a previously fired cartridge that had been cleaned, polished, reloaded with a new cap and the whole
Yeah.
a new projectile.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion is right now that the police, the law enforcement, botched this investigation up. As you said, they should let the FBI in on this, let them finish it up, let them find out what they have. Because right now, Richard Allen wouldn't be in prison right now.
FBI, Doug Carter, like quack, 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 all federal agencies. Like,
Doug Carter's
why?
just like Doug Carter's just like a politician. He wants to get elected to governor, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a politician. I mean, it really occurred to me today. There's footage of him getting into the courthouse, and he's got a fucking suit on, and he's smiling, and he's just he's cheesing it up for the cameras the whole past couple weeks.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just didn't like the interviews he was doing. We know the killer would only know this. They knew the killer all right away. But he needs to get a retrial, definitely, because right now I've talked to some friends of mine who are judges, and they said that his constitution has been violated. There's no other prison I know of that my friends know that have cameras in there talking while they're talking to their families and stuff like that. Why
And
state of
to the
Indiana?
attorneys, right, right, exactly.
See his constitution rights has been violated. That's the whole rickamoo about this.
Yeah, I agree. I like how you get into the bottom line. Like the bottom line.
Well,
That's what David Hennessy does when he was on the team. He gets to the bottom line. Bottom
yeah.
line: constitutional rights have been violated. There's no arguing that.
See, I used to do the do's and the don'ts. Is he guilty or not guilty? Then I go that way. But there were some things in there about his phone wasn't even pinging at the high bridge. Who had Libby's phone all night long? Also, I got a question. Who? Why? I can see the stop of the search because it's dark and stuff like that. But they let Mike Patty on a boat or a canoe go down and check for some reason. He knew something's going on there, or was he part of it? I used to support Mike Patty, but now I don't. None of the Patty family. I'm sorry if anybody's against me. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine too. I'm fine with it because I mean, can we not speak freely about what we think in this world
Yeah, I
anymore?
mean, there's some YouTubers on there that are Mike Patty families. They're in their groups. They're called the trolls or whatever you call them, the trolls.
Uh huh.
Okay, and I think the Patties was giving them money to get all this negative stuff to us and everybody else.
Well, yeah, I think they're like millionaires basically. They're bringing in like boatloads of money.
But what gets me is what was Mike Patty doing at the floor fire after the place burnt down? Why was he there? Was he checking out to make sure the job got done? Why can't we talk about Derek German and Cody Patty? Why can't we talk about them? Do they have something to do with it too?
Well, that's what always upsets me too, Mark.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm in a wheelchair, so it's hard for me to go to Delphi and to this trial. But I've been following you. But I just been trying to get more information, see what the best thing is. But now, after all this, I got to redo all my information.
Well, I'm glad you said that because that's what we're starting to all kind of think independently. We're all saying, hey, you know what? It's time to go back to beginning, reorganize all this shit very clearly. You know,
I don't know if this is anything. I don't know if he's a troll or what. He took us there where it says 2:13 p.m. If you go about 9 miles out to there's a building with 213 in, which the Freemasons own. It's about 9 miles out of Delphi.
he's not a troll. That's Scott 2296, I believe you're talking
Okay,
about.
if he's on there, I apologize because I could never. My laptop crashed, so I had to get a new laptop. So I lost all my stuff. But that could have happened. They could have happened there. I don't think it happened where the crime scene was.
I agree. I agree. Anywhere, like I'm also thinking about a couple other places around. It's just bottom line, somewhere else.
Yeah, no, that I mean, we were told there was a lot of blood at the bottom of the F tree or whatever, L tree or whatever it is. I think it's an F tree. And the crime scene is too big where they had the tape all around supposedly where the girls were killed at. That's too big. That'd take more than 2 days to do that whole crime scene. Why isn't there no footprints going up that little bank to where they were at?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, get this. When they were searching, didn't somebody say that place was already searched?
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And so if it wasn't it he was a fire. It was I can't pronounce his name. Capinetti or something like that. He was a fire.
Capitano. Yeah,
Yeah,
Capitano.
him.
Yep.
He said that they already searched that area.
And Stare It. Stare It did too. Yeah.
There's just too much. There's too much. There's hanky panky going on here.
That's
I'm
a good way to
sorry.
put it.
I mean, come on. I mean, the state police, the sheriff's department, the Delphi, they're supposed to protect us, not protect the people that killed the two girls.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. And I'm glad I was able to talk to you because I know that you're getting frustrated. Everybody on the YouTube people that you talk to on here, they're all frustrated about this. That's the whole. I thought, okay, not guilty. You know what I mean? But no, man, they just shut us down. But it's okay. We can fight back.
Yeah.
We were a bunch of people that outdo the Patty family, the Carters, the Tony Liggett, Toby, whatever his name is, Lubinski, whatever his name is. It's just, I mean, I don't know what to say. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I just wish I wish Gall should never been on as a judge, but unfortunately we got stuck with her. But she should have let all the defense have their say so. But they
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. It's
They're hiding
unbelievable.
something. The prosecution is hiding something. They don't want the people. That's why the cameras weren't in there because the
Hmm.
people would see what was going on. They didn't want that. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's the bad part.
Yeah, I can't argue with you. I mean, it's all good points. It's all questions everybody has too. That, like you're saying, yeah, you got Mike Patty and Doug Carter and this Holman and this one and that one, but how many thousands of us out here do you have? You know,
Yeah.
with level heads,
You
and
notice,
we just want to talk about what we think.
yeah, but you notice when they had all these motorcycle people there to raise money for the baseball field, this and that. It's all about money. It ain't about the girls. It's all about money.
From day
That's
one,
the
and
thing.
not a tear, not a single tear, but a whole lot of dollar bills.
That's it. That's all it is. Dollar bills. I'd rather give you the money for your show than give it to Mike Patty and his family.
Thank you so much. And it look, it's badly needed and greatly appreciated. And I agree. Like, you're gonna feed the beast, or you're gonna support the meats and potatoes here on that's just screaming from the top of our lungs day in, day out. Like, something got to be done here. I mean, my whole deal, Mark, these girls cannot tell us what happened. They cannot
Uh,
speak for themselves. So, like,
uh, that's
we're
that's
free, we're
that's.
alive, we can speak, so we have minds. So why can't we say what we think to try to help them girls out?
I wish we. I mean, what we need to do for justice is find the real killers and put them to justice. Nothing else. They got to put those people that did injustice, and then I think everybody will be happy. But right now, as you said, Delphi, they made their money while the court was going on. Now the court's over with. Nobody want to come.
No, no. Listen, when I went to Delphi, it was a necessary evil to go over there and see for myself, take it in how the layout of the land was, and it was highly informative. But I'm telling you, driving into that town, it was like entering the Twilight Zone. It was a dark feeling driving in that town. And when I left, uh, I was leaving. I was kicking rock. As I left, I was kicking up rocks behind me because I was getting the hell out of there before dark, and I
I
never
mean,
do that.
anybody from like out of state, things like that. For me, like say Pennsylvania, they're gonna want to know why is person in Pennsylvania coming to the state of Indiana, Delphi. Okay, that and also the thing is that white van is how they got the girls out of there. Wherever they took them to that Freemason's house or some shack, I don't know. But that's the vehicle was used. But we just can't prove it.
Well, hey, you remember Mark when everyone was talking about Keegan Klein? You
Yeah.
know, so the whole story then that a bunch of us were talking about was a situation where we were thinking, hey, what if what happened was you had Keegan and Tony Klein, and that's a two people, and they had Keegan in the vehicle down under the bridge in that driveway, and Tony Klein was bridge guy, and he went and met with those girls and said, "Hey, uh, Anthony Schatz is down there. We're going in the down. Anthony Schatz waiting down in their car." And they brought those girls down to that driveway, put in the vehicle, and we thought at the time that the girls split and ran off, and that's why they crossed the creek and ended up dead because Tony Klein chased them across there and killed them.
Yeah.
Well, we don't believe that so much anymore, but the situation in general kind of makes sense that if there was a van down there and you were trying to usher those girls into that van, it's a scenario. You could have got them out of there then.
What if when it says down the hill, okay, they show when you go across the railroad tracks, you go to the left side, you go to the right side. What if they took them to the right side down to that road? I think it goes faster down to that road than on the other side. You know what I mean?
I'd have to go back and really look at that area again,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's real odd how it's goes under that bridge. You know how that driveway goes under that.
Yeah. That I would bet my last money on the bank on that. That's how it happened. Now, can we prove it? No.
No, no. That's what's been killing me talking to everyone is like, bro, there's so much I can't prove with this crime. But there's a lot that we can. Like we can prove the lies that have been told because we
Cool.
can go and show the different stories that have been told, you know. Um
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean,
34s and never seen anything like this mess as Copfax. Welcome,
not
Copfax.
much.
And yeah,
No, I, I was here with day one when it started and everything else like that. There was just some funny things going on about the searches and everything else like that, and just something didn't add up. Something didn't add up. That's that's the whole thing. And I wish I could figure it out. What I wish I could have done is do a reenactment of the murder, just to see if anything can come out of that. But people would say would probably hate me for doing that. But you just use dummies. You know what I mean? Send them up
hmm
the way they're supposed to be. Planted. I don't know. I mean, but I just didn't want to go that way. Maybe I should have.
we know what's funny about that, Mark, is it's very interesting because it would be interesting to try to reenact what the state is saying happened, the state's theory, because they put such a small window of time in between the time they say he's freaked out by the white van passing and then the time he chases him across the water. But then there's this huge period of time when he's there with two dead bodies, like fucking around before they claim he walks out of the area. And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Like if you're startled, that's when you book it out of the area.
Right.
You don't freak out and then wait an hour and a half messing around with two dead bodies.
And the thing is, nobody's seen Richard Allen there.
Well,
None of the witnesses.
good point. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but if I could name the people, hopefully, I would get sued for this. But the people that they mentioned that didn't, like the one you said about it, they got subpoenaed and never had an arrest warrant.
hmm
Him, some other people, and they know they did it. That's the whole. That's what's ticking your people off on this, on your website, is they know the same thing.
People are not that stupid in general. Like you were saying, like I was saying, if I go get 12 of my friends or 12 of my neighbors or 12 randoms off the street, there's no way we're all deciding guilty on this. Maybe
Right?
two of them will, one or two or three or four, but there's no way. There's always going to be somebody that says, "Hell no, this ain't the way this happened."
No, there. I think we all got fooled on this one. I think we believed Mike Patty. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. He said this, and that. He wasn't crying. Becky Patty wasn't crying. Kelsey was not crying. They probably laughed about this after they had the so-called um, what do you call those? The talks, the press conferences.
hmm
You know what I mean?
I mean, I bet you they're there laughing tonight,
They
having
are.
a party, getting drunk.
They are. But we'll never. We'll eventually find the truth. And if he is not found not guilty, man, I hate to be when he gets a lawsuit against the state of Indiana, Carroll County, and Delphi, because they're gonna have to have a lot of big paychecks, a lot of checks.
I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. I think we're dealing with the long road here, long road.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long road because he's getting sentenced what, December 20th.
That's what they're saying.
What do you think he's gonna get? Get life in prison without parole or death penalty?
I don't know. I
I
mean,
don't know
with
either.
the way these people are going, death penalty. But I don't
Yeah,
know if it's on the table or not. I haven't even thought that
maybe
far ahead.
I'm just trying to think how we can get him freed and a new case for him to have, so we don't have another judge like Judge Gall or somebody else like that.
New case with a new judge. I mean, a new trial, new judge,
That's
new
what you need,
jury.
new judge, and maybe the hearing out of state, not in the state of Indiana, where the people with the money can't give the money to the people out of state.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
this is just it's a terrible situation, man. It makes me sick to my stomach. I
it
mean,
does. I mean, I didn't even want to get on YouTube today because that's all I've seen was the verdicts in, the verdicts in, the verdicts in.
hmm
It wasn't a happy verdict. I didn't like the verdict. But as you said, the trolls are probably having a party over at Patty's house.
hmm
This is
well, and
not good
I
stuff.
think some of us, I wanted to come on and make this space because some of us we get we're alone or whatever, and then we'll be alone in our fucking anger and sorrow and hatred, and it's better for us to socialize and be people and talk to each other,
Yeah,
because then at least we can like express that out and
yeah.
move on.
least
And
we, at least you'll have a group now that we can discuss this case and see what the best way to do it. That's the whole thing.
well, exactly, and boy, do we have that,
Yeah, it looks like you got some good people on your show.
I sure do. It's been a long time building, though. It took about 2 years,
Yeah.
to get us
I'm
here.
sometimes I'd go on here and watch and see, oh, is this guy telling the truth? Is this guy doing this? But then watching you and things like that, and watching a few other people, that's why I decided to donate the money and join your group.
Well,
That's what
thank
it's
you.
all about.
Thank you very much. Yes, that is, and honestly, Mark, you being here, coming on and talking, it's that's really the most amazing thing you can do, because you speak for a lot of people, but because a lot of people feel the way you feel, so it
Yeah, it's
helps to not just have me up here running my mouth.
no. You need more people to talk about this and discuss things that you say, hey, maybe that is right. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe I might be wrong. You might be right. It's just the way. That's the way it is. I mean, I might be in the state of Pennsylvania, and you might be in another state. We're still connected to that. We're connected. That's the whole thing. And if the trolls want to come after me, come on after me, because I don't care. I want the truth. We want the truth.
Yeah, they'll probably talk shit. Oh, the Mark Ellis is a asshole pedophile,
Right?
child
Right.
molester. That's what
Hey,
they like going with.
the thing is, you might laugh at this. Tell them to come to Pennsylvania. Let's Pennsylvanians know what we can do.
Yeah. Go ahead, visit Pennsylvania, you Indiana meth head chomos.
What it is. It's the drugs. Bottom line, it's the drugs. It's a meth. It's the drug, the methane, and everything else, like whatever they have out there.
Yeah.
And the cops ain't doing nothing. Bottom
No,
line.
I think they're profiting off of it. They're on the take. That's
And
it's
I
I,
and I think the people were scared in Delphi to say anything. And I think that state trooper, that's whatever her name was, it was her house burnt down.
though with Stephanie Thompson. Yeah.
Simply, I know she knew something. She had they silenced her.
Well, she had all the damn polygraph exams on all of these bastards. Yeah, and just like that old Greg Ferenczi knew something, because he was a badass, and he was in the middle of interrogating all these assholes.
Let me ask you this, Professor. The other guys, the Elvises, the Patrick Westfield, are they from Indiana? Or are they from out of state?
From Indiana.
Are they from Indiana? Okay, so in other words, if they were from, like, say, Tennessee or something like that, then the feds could come in. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Seeing that?
I see
I
what you
think the
mean.
Fed should have taken over this case, but they don't want. They didn't want it because they know they would. They'd find out what the truth was.
Well, I wonder if they will, though. I'm still wondering, like, are they going to come in and deal with this shit after all of this has been committed? Or are they going to come in and say, okay, we're cleaning the house now? You know?
I hope they do. That's the whole thing. I hope they do because that's gonna shut up a lot of people, and they're gonna be seeing a lot of people being arrested.
I would love to see that. Did you see how they did in New York City with the mayor and all his people, his whole circle around him? Um, they went in there and one by one they got them all rounded up, and it looks like that's like
I
all
think
the.
my opinion is right now. I think the patties are worried now. I think the patties are worried. What the public knows now, what us YouTubers and everybody else that followed this case, they know the truth, and that's what they're worried about.
Hmm.
That's the worried about. They can control the people, but they can't control us.
Yeah.
Because they're just picking on the wrong people. They don't want to know the truth, and we know the truth. Bottom line.
Well, and like I was saying, Mark, the amazing thing right now, where I feel God's on our side, is like we just got about, I don't know, 10, 20,000 new people come into the case.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I like to thank them for that. But as you said, you got some good ideas. I got some good ideas. I'll still keep watching. I may not be able to come on all the time, but at least I'll be
Hmm.
saying stuff on your channel. But this is not right. I'm sorry. Our forefathers are probably rolling around their grave right now with this judge and everything else like that. Is
Yeah, I
Nick
was gonna,
is Nick McLean going to have a job after this? You know what I mean? Because I heard he lost the election. That's what I'm hearing to become DA, whatever it is in Carroll County or Delphi. I don't know. That's what I. But we'll just keep on fighting.
keep on
Keep
talking the
on
truth.
fighting.
I mean, and opinions.
I heard a few things, but I am very upset with. Are they supposed to be making a movie about this murder or something like that? I'm hearing rumors. Is that true or not? Did you hear anything about that?
There's a few dirt bags trying to come up with some kind of scam like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's. I mean that. I mean, I wouldn't pay money to see that. And if there's one going out and it's going to make money, I don't want the Patty family to have that you go into a trust fund for abused children and missing children. Don't give it to anybody because they'll use it for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's the whole.
oh,
That's
it's
the whole thing.
disgusting, man.
I think there's what 200,000 reward money. Who gets that? That should go into a trust fund for children. Things like this happening. So I don't. I mean, 12 jurors guilty. That doesn't that doesn't add up right.
Doesn't smell right. I mean, it smells real bad. I just
Yeah,
can't even. I can't even like. That's why I was kind of blindsided today because
I
it
was
just
too.
the logic of it just doesn't add up.
I think if they, I think it would the verdict watch would have still been going on right now. But I think there was pressure to get this done. You know what I mean? Get this done fast.
Get her done. Yeah, yeah.
If I was a jury, I'd be asking questions. So from what
They'll be
Andrea
asking him.
said,
Go.
they,
I'm
when they
sorry.
when they showed those videos of the jury, about his in prison, them talking to him, they all, I would be upset, but some of them were upset and some of them weren't. I don't know. I mean, did they have their minds up already? I don't know.
Hmm.
That's the bottom line. And there's just too much too much cover up. This is a cover up. I think Richard Allen was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's well, it's just it shivers you to the bones to think about that it could happen to you. You know.
It could happen. It could happen. It could. I have a bad feeling, and I pray it isn't going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised to have another murder in Delphi. Then they say, well, it can't be Richard Allen. He's in jail. Or if it doesn't happen, it'll be up to Patty saying, let's do this, or let's do it. The bottom line is, and I don't care what he says to me, Mike Patty has the power. And I hate to say that, uh, but he's the one that's running the state of Indiana and Carroll County. Bottom line is, there's just too much. And you
Well, I
said
mean,
about Liggett's election time.
hmm
So there's where I think we might have to disagree about. I think if they had that other sheriff